Hi everyone, it's Trevor Evans here at Century 21 Millennium. This is just a quick overview of how to prepare for door knocking and to get the highest results. So door knocking, let's have some fun. Gru says it best. You gotta have a certain feeling. You gotta have a certain swag when you're out there walking, knocking on the doors, talking to your farm area, and that's the kind of attitude you need out there. People want and are drawn to people that are with positive energy. They're drawn to people that have a direction to go in. Show some leadership. That's what we're doing. When door knocking. So here's step number one. You've got to choose your farm area. So be the expert in the area, and whether it be understanding where the schools are, different shopping amenities, be the expert. Know where everything is. Last thing you want to be is in a conversation with someone and they're referencing a bus stop that is of value, and you don't know where that bus stop is. So make sure you are the expert and you are prepared before you knock on that door in that sense. Step two, I always like to walk around with what's currently listed in the area, as well as what has actually sold recently. And there's been a lot of changes these days. There's always going to be changes, of course. So these are just kind of identifying. I've identified the current listing, what's sold in the last 3 or 4 months, what's turned over, what's expired, etc. So, and also you want to know what your goal is before you head out there. Just don't go out on a whim and without any understanding of what you're trying to achieve. I was in a session with Chris Leader, and he is famous by, got to go out and you're going to get 3 CMA appointments, no matter what. Whether it be the 3 CMA appointments or the number of leads, whatever those numbers are, set them and don't stop until you get them. Step number 4, what do you say? What do I say when I knock on that door? The first thing, guys, of course, make sure you got some nice business cards and with your brand, with the Century 21 Millennium brand on that, of course. There is a reputation for these high-end brokerages like Century 21. So make sure you've got your business card and be prepared with some scripts. I've got some scripts here. Again, these are a compliment of Chris Leader, but if you're interested in getting this PDF, just shoot me an email. I'll send that off to you. There's some really good interesting back and forths here, but be prepared for what can come. So one thing I do like to recommend is that, as I'm talking to someone that I just knocked on their door and said, look, I send out this newsletter once a month. You might be interested in it. It kind of goes through, market trends that are happening in the market, maybe some things to prepare as we got winter on its way, or the fall. I shouldn't have said that. Winter is on its way. But getting, I guess, a document like this once a month keeps you in the loop. Of course, if you have any questions, you can always reach out to me. I also send an email out as well too once a month at any point in time. Of course, you can unsubscribe from that, but this is how I offer value to those who are looking for direction in the marketplace. And there is a lot of information you can get out there. I'm someone that can, I'm in this area. I'm the expert in this area, of course. So these days I'm using BombBomb, so I would kind of turn over the iPad and have them enter their information. What's really neat about this system, whether it be if you're using BombBomb, if you don't have BombBomb, just fill out their name and information, of course. What's nice about the BombBomb, as soon as they put that information into the app there, an email is sent to you directly with that person's phone number information, everything that they entered into the system at that point. As well, it's entered into your BombBomb account, and you can funnel that and do various different things. But as a trigger, as soon as they enter that information, I'm sending them a little video email. So they just talk to me at the door. They go in, they sit down at their computer, and up pops a video from Trevor Evans, who just knocked on your door. And wow, what an impression you're making. And they'll just hit play and they'll go through that. Of course, very powerful tool in that way. What I really like about this tool is you've got the refer a client down below. And in my videos, it's important that you do either ask for a referral or ask for a client, whether you trust me and you think I'm competent enough to take care of your friend or your neighbor there or someone in your family. I'd be honored to take that and work with them directly. And if they do submit something and they submit something in there, they have a chance to put their name in there as well too. And of course, don't forget to thank for those referrals. Very important. Just a final tip as you're walking around that neighborhood, make sure you have some sort of a presentation binder. I like to have this one here. Yes, I'm showing off my kids and my beautiful wife, but I've also got a little kind of trend, what's happening in the marketplace in the last 30, 40 years. A common, I guess, point to all have is like, I'm thinking about selling my house, but not for another 2 or 3 more years. Well, in 1989, if you were thinking about selling your house back, then, a year or two you're going to wait. 1989 started slipping, the prices started going down. Now, depending on where you are within your life, if you're looking to retire, downsize, or actually looking to cash out of that house, today might be the best time to actually look at selling your house. If you wait 2 or 3 years from now, you'll actually be losing that money, because that money, if you're downsizing from a $1 million house to a $600,000 house, you've just lost $400,000. Well, there's $400,000 that could be in your pocket. Maybe it dropped by $50,000, $100,000. We have actually seen that in the last 6 months. So that kind of idea planted in their head, like, oh, maybe I do want to get a CMA from this guy. He brings a good point up. And I like to have my listing presentation, one provided from Century 21. I actually like to kind of go through that with them if there's any questions that they might have. A videographer, the kind of marketing we do, our online office, our whole campaign system, the Century 21 Millennium or Century 21 Canada system. Really, there's no other system that compares to it. We have everything under one roof. You can do everything, the control, the access to information for your clients. If shown properly, this is a very powerful tool. And it's really what separates us from the rest of our competition, which is so valuable these days. I think there were 48,000 agents in the marketplace. Do something that they're not willing to do in this marketplace, in the Toronto Real Estate Board market here. So I love this. This is a cute little cat here. He's persistent. You need to be persistent as well. This is our job. This is our business. Like in any job, we are task oriented, and once we finish those tasks, we're congratulated, recognized for that, and we get paid. Well, the same thing happens here. Prospecting needs to be scheduled in. It needs to be the door knocking, the phone calls. It needs to be done. It needs to be executed and scheduled in. So I'll leave you with that. If you have any questions, you can reach out to me. My number is below, just down here somewhere. Or you can just give me a call or check out my website or send me an email. Thanks so much. Enjoy.